Hello, everybody. My name is Flo, and welcome back to another episode of Flo's World. Hope you're all having a good day. Let me start off this episode by showing you around some of the things that I have been doing. And, basically, it's this. This over here is like a patch of, I don't know, like a deserty swamp area. Imagine the shores of the Nile Delta. I think they have some areas like this. I don't know actually, but I do think it's kind of cool. And I did spend quite some time detailing all of this. We've got mainly sugarcane, but also some bamboo shoots. In between, I had to place string on top all of those. Also planted some 4-high sugarcane here and there just to give some extra variation in the height of all the plants over here. And then I mixed in some drip leaves, some regular wheat, and also some of the small drip leaves, which are actually pretty hard to obtain. You can only find them in lush caves, and there's no way of farming these in any way. So that's a bit of a bummer. I'm gonna have to be careful with where and how I place these. And then right in the middle over here we have a little shack. It looks very worn down in the middle of the swamp area. I do think it looks pretty cool. It's almost like completely hidden in between of the reeds and the bamboo and stuff. Looks pretty atmospheric if you ask me. And inside there's nothing much, but down here we do have a hidden area. Let's have a look. Down here we have a huge empty hole under the ground, and that's basically where I plan on building my next little project. It's gonna be a farm. Here are all the materials that I'm gonna need probably. Oh, it's thundering. It's gonna be a sugarcane farm, in case you haven't noticed. That's something I'm gonna build here. It's not gonna be too large of a farm, but it's definitely gonna provide me with a sufficient amount of sugarcane. Because sugarcane, yeah, very helpful indeed for lots of things. And that's not all I've been doing in between episodes. Over here in the starter house, I have made myself a little map of the area. Over here we have the entire village. We've got the starter house here, the enchanting temple, the pig pool, and then finally we have the portal building thingy I built. Over here we have the little shack, but I haven't updated the map. What I actually plan on doing is making like a special kind of map room showing all of the progress updates. So I'm gonna make several different maps. So we have kind of a progress update wall of the entire village we're building over here. It would have been nice if I had a completely empty map as well, if I had made a map before I built anything. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. What I could do perhaps is build a sandstone slab platform over everything I've built, and that would kind of look like as if nothing was built here, but that would take up a great amount of resources and time, and I don't think that's really gonna be worth it. So from now on, we're gonna make regular update maps like this. But now, to properly start off this episode, let's build a sugarcane farm. Alright, let's check it out, shall we? We've got a little room down here, all decorated nicely with terracotta blocks. And there's just something about terracotta blocks, they have such a nice warm tone to them. Yeah, I really love them. So here we have a nice little viewing area of the sugarcane growing. There's 2 observers on each side, triggering the pistons. And there's a hopper minecart going underneath whenever the piston fires. And then delivering all the goodies in these chests down here. As you can see, they're already providing me with a little bit of sugarcane after just 30 minutes or something. This isn't going to be a mega productive farm. Don't think I'm ever gonna need a very large amount of sugarcane. And if I do, I can always build a larger farm than this one. But this will definitely do for now. So yeah, that is that. We've got a little sugarcane running in the background, providing us probably with most of the sugarcane we'll ever need, I think. So yeah, and I think it's pretty cool the fact that you have to enter through this little shack over here, hidden away through all of the foliage. And I do need to light this up, maybe put some sea pickles here and there, because I think some mobs are spawning here. I actually know for a fact that mobs are spawning here since a creeper already blew up half of my little shack here, so I had to fix that, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But I do love how it looks. As soon as I got some more sugarcane, I'm gonna probably spend some time planting the rest of this swampy area. But now it's time to do some aesthetic work on the village over here. What I plan on doing right now is laying down some kind of a road system connecting all of the builds with each other and making sure that we have a nice structure going on here in this town. And that will also help us greatly in figuring out where some of the other buildings will have to go later on. I have collected a box with all the materials over here, as you can see. I think this is about what I want the paths to look like. We've got dripstone, granite and path blocks, and perhaps some occasional dirt blocks, the rooted dirt perhaps. I think that would look pretty cool. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna do so in the form of a time lapse, that way you can have the best view from the sky and see how it all comes together. So let's get started. Alright, this is already looking a lot more interesting, and it definitely helps in tying this entire town together, and it's also definitely gonna help me in figuring out where buildings will come in the future, because now I have a bit of a road system. Should be easier to place some buildings along a road, I think. I hope, at least. But I'm still not completely finished. Of course, some of these roads may still change in shape and size in the future, depending on what kind of building will be coming next to that road. Some roads will be a bit smaller, some will be more wide, such as the one over here. This will be kind of like Main Street, I think, with the more prominent buildings like my starter house and the enchanting temple. And yeah, this guy over here, I'm a terrible friend. I know, hello friend. Still need to build this guy a house. Perhaps I could place him down in the chicken house I built over there, where, well, the chicken house, it's a normal house, but it has the chicken cooker machine underneath of it, and I want to decorate this kind of like a chicken shop, somebody who sells chickens. I think I'm gonna make a small stall over here in front next to the road. I think it's gonna look nice as well, but this could be the house for my friend. But yeah, back to the roads. I'm not completely finished yet. As you can see, there's no road going here. That might still change in the future. And I also want to include some more water in the terrain. So we have these kind of, I think it's easier if I explain you looking at the map I've made. So looking at the map, we have a small water stream running here, and I think I want to extend this until here or something, about next to my house over here. Make a small water pool about the same size as this one here, and then have a small creek running down this hill into the lake here. And I think I want the same over here, like a small pool with a little creek going down and makes its way into the lake or the river down there. I think that's gonna look nice, and it'll definitely make the terrain look a bit more interesting as well. And yeah, so far pretty happy with the result of the roads here. By the way, if you're wondering where I got so much rooted dirt, it's actually very easy. You can just go find an acacia tree in the wild, like the one over there, or over there, or over there. They're pretty easy to spot when you're in a desert, but there also used to be one right over here. And you can already see it a little bit, but once you start digging down here, there will be basically these veins of rooted dirt going, as far as I can tell, all the way down to bedrock. So even once you reach the stone layers over here and you keep on digging down, you'll keep on encountering these roots and patches of rooted dirt. So that's pretty nice if you ask me. And eventually you will make your way down into a lush cave, probably. But even below that lush cave, I've already found some more rooted dirt. So yeah, that's a pretty nice way of finding rooted dirt without having to set up some kind of a complicated acacia tree farm. But okay, right now I'm going to do a bit more work on the terrain, create some water ponds. I think I'm gonna make one right about, let's see, where can I put this? Here would be okay. That's a pretty decent size, I think. Gonna make this a bit deeper as well. There, that's a nice hole for a little water pool. Now I'm going to make a stream that goes over in this direction, I think. Alright, something like this. I think that could work. Let me just fill in the water and see if it actually looks nice. Yeah, I think this is looking a lot nicer. Perhaps only just this piece over here doesn't really make sense. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, this looks pretty good for now. I am, however, going to ask you not to look at the sand because that's not what the final result is going to look like. Of course, I'm going to add a bunch of dirt and grass and moss and stuff like that. This is basically just a basic layout for the city town we're building over here. The detailing will follow later. So that's the first water pool. It was the one from this little water stream over here. The pool, I think, is around here. And now I want to make another one in between these buildings over here, in between the sheep pen, the portal house, and the pigs. So let's do that. We already got a little pool down here, but this looks a bit weird. And this also seems to be a cave entrance. Interesting. Let's just close this off and never think of it again. Well, alright, now that is that, and I've made this one split into two different streams. We've got one going down here, and then on the other side we have this little creek going down the hill over here. Oh, this is where I put my bed, thank you. But yeah, as I've said, detailing will be done later on. I might do so in between episodes, I don't know yet. But what I'm really curious right now is finding out how this all looks on a map, because I think I've made quite a lot of progress now, and I think it'll definitely show on a map. So what I'm gonna do now is go into my map room, and this is something I have sneakily built off camera. It's a little house, and I gotta say it looks pretty nice with all the bushes and the vines and stuff like that. And along the back this is also nicely decorated, except for this part of wall over here. I might build another house in the future bordering right against this wall, making for a nice enclosed alleyway. Like this over here, but then longer, going all the way around the corner over here and then meeting up with the main road over here. Think that will look kind of nice and create some extra atmosphere. Having these small alleyways going in between the houses, and yeah, would definitely be very cool. But this is something, yeah, I've built my little map room in this house. Over here we've got the first one, and the plan is in the future we can put the second one over here, third one, fourth one. I've got some utilities over here like the cartography table, very useful for mapping and stuff. We've also got some empty maps and glass panes for locking the maps, so all very useful. yeah, this room is looking pretty nice. Also love the blue and the light blue terracotta. And as a doormat, we've used lapis block because I have more lapis than I know what to do with. And we can also go up the stairs on the side over here. And there's a small living area over here, which I've done the inside. Not really good at doing interiors, but I gave it a try at least. We've got some plants and a drinking cup and a bed, which is actually pretty useful for me because whenever I'm around here and I don't have a bed on me, this is where I sleep. Actually, I have beds hidden all over my base. I have one in the enchanting temple and of course in my house. Beds, very useful, keep them everywhere. And we also got a little balcony over here where we can have a nice view of the surrounding area. So yeah, let's make ourselves 4 new maps and see how this area has evolved in comparison with this map over here. Alright, let's see what this makes. Alright, this looks actually pretty cool. You can see the little swamp area over here with the shack in the middle where the sugarcane farm is. We got a very clear view of all the roads, which you didn't have anything of that before. The roads in these vanilla Minecraft villages are made of sandstone, which is basically exactly the same color as sand, so you don't see any roads on this one. And I think, yeah, this looks a lot more like a legit village or town than this over here. But yeah, this is already looking pretty nice. We've got the little water streams on the sides over here. Yeah, very happy with the progress I have made this episode. I'm loving it. Perfect. Alright, very nice indeed. And I'm noticing that my diamond pickaxe I'm holding is running dangerously low on durability. Only 170 something left. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start getting myself some villager trades, specifically for mending books. That way I can use my skeleton XP farm over here to repair my tools nicely without having to craft new tools and combining them every time over again. And that isn't the only useful thing this farm is offering me. You can see this is giving me a lot of enchanted bows. And some of them have power 2 and sometimes even power 3 on them. And like that, I managed to combine all of these bows into a Infinity Power 5 Unbreaking 3 bow. This is an excellent bow. But yeah, villagers is something I'm gonna have to start focusing on pretty soon. Luckily, I do already have quite a lot of villagers because yes, I started my base over here in between 2 villages. So I was smart enough to lock these guys inside of their houses. And I think in the village on the other side over here, I also have locked up a couple of them in their houses. Aha, that's interesting. I think these guys made a baby while I locked them up in their house. Well, I guess you gotta do something with your time. And we've got some more guys over here as well. So yeah, plenty of villagers to go around, and we can definitely assign some useful traits to some of them. And I also want to create a villager breeder and stuff like that in the future. And now to finish off this episode, I want to move my friend over here into his house over there. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Using a boat is going to be tricky. Let's try a boat anyways. Come on. Get out of here. Alright. He's gone. Yes. Perfect. Don't go up there. Don't go. Do you want to live up here? Do you want this to be your house? Is that it? I guess. This could be your house. Now how am I gonna keep him in here? I think this trapdoor will prevent this guy from entering through this door because he is exactly 2 blocks tall, and with this trapdoor he can't make it through. Well, let's see. Let's see. Yep, he appears to be stuck, which is great. Well, I hope you enjoy your house, friend. And so, with this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to see more. And then I will see you next episode in Flo's World. Goodbye.